Sahil Bloom. The 5 Types of Wealth. A transformative guide to design your dream life. Introduction. A guide to discover life's true riches. We've all heard the saying, money doesn't buy happiness. But if wealth isn't just about money, then what truly makes life rich? Success often looks impressive from the outside. Big salaries, fancy homes, prestigious titles. Yet many people who make it still feel unfulfilled, stuck on an endless treadmill of more. If financial success alone isn't the answer, what should we be striving for instead? This is where a new way of thinking about wealth comes in. Rather than focusing only on financial assets, true wealth has 5 key components: time, social, mental, physical, and financial. These forms of wealth work together, shaping a life that's both successful and deeply fulfilling. Balancing them isn't just a philosophical exercise. It's a practical blueprint for living well, no matter your stage in life. The key to real wealth is aligning your priorities with what matters. No matter your stage in life, the key to real wealth is aligning your priorities with what matters. A recent graduate may need to focus on building financial and social wealth, while a parent may need to invest in time and mental wealth. A retiree might focus on physical health to enjoy life's later years. The right balance changes over time, but the principle remains the same. Wealth is more than a numbers game. Chapter 1. Wealth has 5 key aspects. At some point, everyone has an "is this it" moment. Maybe it comes after landing a dream job, buying a bigger house, or achieving a long-term personal goal. The initial burst of happiness fades, and a new milestone appears on the horizon. The cycle repeats endlessly, leaving a nagging sense that fulfillment is always just out of reach. This is known as the arrival fallacy, the false belief that reaching a goal will bring lasting happiness. This pattern is often called the hedonic treadmill, the tendency to adapt quickly to success and immediately seek the next challenge. Many view this as a flaw in human nature, a trap that keeps people chasing achievements without ever feeling satisfied. But what if this endless striving isn't a flaw after all? What if it's a feature, one that can lead to deeper fulfillment if directed toward the right pursuits? In fact, there's a good case to be made that the real fallacy lies elsewhere. Our tendency to measure success through a single scoreboard. We're talking tangible, trackable money. Financial wealth is only one part of a truly rich life, though, and focusing solely on money creates an illusion of success while neglecting other forms of wealth that matter just as much, if not more. In reality, there are 5 types of wealth, and each plays a critical role in creating a meaningful life. The first is financial wealth, the most obvious and measurable. Money provides security and opportunities, but by itself, it doesn't guarantee happiness. Many high earners feel unfulfilled because they built financial wealth at the expense of everything else. Next is social wealth, which includes relationships, community, and meaningful connections. No amount of money can replace deep friendships, strong family bonds, or a supportive network. Prioritizing social wealth means investing time and energy into relationships that bring joy and purpose. Then there's physical wealth, the foundation of a long and fulfilling life. Good health enables people to enjoy their experiences, take on challenges, and remain active in their pursuits. Without it, all other forms of wealth lose their value. Time wealth is another crucial factor. The freedom to spend time on meaningful activities, rather than being trapped in an endless cycle of work, creates a sense of control and fulfillment. Many people chase financial success, only to realize too late that they have no time to enjoy it. Finally, there's mental wealth, which encompasses inner peace, resilience, and personal growth. A rich life isn't just about accumulating external success. It's about developing the mindset and emotional strength to appreciate and enjoy it. The takeaway here: True wealth isn't about maximizing a single scoreboard. It's about balancing all 5 forms of wealth in a way that aligns with personal values. So how do you do that? Let's find out. Chapter 2. Time is your most precious asset. As we've seen, true wealth extends far beyond financial assets. Time, relationships, health, and knowledge form an equally, if not more, valuable currency. Among these, time wealth is the most finite. A billionaire can always make another dollar, but no one can create more time. Think of time in stark numerical terms. 1,000,000 seconds is about 11 days. A billion is roughly 31 years. Consider a wealthy 50-year-old with $1 billion in the bank and a broke 20-year-old with decades ahead of them. The latter is a time billionaire, holding nearly 2 billion seconds of life, while the former has just half that. Yet few ever pause to appreciate the true value of this asset. It's often squandered on distractions, obligations, and fleeting pursuits, only to be mourned once it's gone. The secret to time wealth isn't just about having time. It's about being aware of its scarcity. A meaningful life isn't measured in years, but in the depth of everyday moments. The ordinary, sunlight filtering through leaves, a shared laugh, an evening walk, becomes extraordinary when viewed through the lens of time's impermanence. Those moments disappear faster than most realize. A few more summers with all your siblings, a handful of trips with lifelong friends, a limited number of dinners with aging parents, the last bedtime story you'll read to your child, the final time your best friend calls for advice. These moments don't come with warnings, and yet they define the richness of a life well spent. Framing time this way is a wake-up call. Despite being far from the end of life, many are already at the tail end of time with their most cherished people. The American Time Use Survey paints a sobering picture. After childhood, the time spent with parents, siblings, and friends dwindles rapidly. Soon, even these once abundant interactions become rare then final. There is always a last time for everything. Accepting this reality isn't about despair. It's about action. The awareness of time's fleeting nature can serve as fuel to live more intentionally. Investing in time wealth means reclaiming control. It's about deciding where time goes, who gets it, and what truly matters. Let go of distractions. Say no to obligations that drain rather than enrich. Prioritize relationships over trivial pursuits. Be fully present in the seconds that matter. Time wealth is the only asset everyone shares equally at the start, but not everyone spends it wisely. In the end, wealth isn't about having more. It's about having enough of what truly matters. And that begins with the simple, deliberate act of valuing time before it slips away. Chapter 3. Deep connection is its own kind of wealth. Speaking of time's scarcity, here's an exercise for you. Imagine your own funeral. More specifically, imagine the people sitting in the front row. They are a clue to true wealth. Let's break that down. These people, your closest, most irreplaceable relationships, are the ones who truly matter. They form the foundation of social wealth, the type of wealth that gives life its meaning. More than money, more than status, the strength of these relationships determines the richness of your life. Social wealth is built on depth. It's about the relationships that provide support in hard times and joy in good ones. Whether you're an introvert or extrovert, investing in deep relationships makes life more fulfilling. Social wealth expands through breadth, the extended circles of friendships, professional networks, and community involvement that create a sense of belonging. Status can play a role here, but true social wealth ultimately goes beyond prestige or popularity. It's secured through the mutual trust and respect you build over time. Despite its importance, social wealth is under constant attack. Modern technology, while increasing convenience and connectivity, has eroded human connection. We walk through crowded streets, glued to our screens, barely making eye contact. Friends sit together at dinner, yet remain distracted by messages from people miles away. Emails and updates pull attention away from the present moment, leaving us disconnected from those closest to us. Society has never been more connected, but people feel lonelier than ever before. Fighting for social wealth requires intention. It means identifying your front row people and prioritizing time with them. It means putting down the phone, making eye contact, and being present. It means reaching out, not just in moments of need, but in moments of appreciation. It requires stepping out of the digital world and engaging in real-life, shared experiences that create lasting memories. No achievement, no amount of money, no level of success will feel fulfilling if there's no one to share it with. What good is a private jet without someone to enjoy the journey? What good is a mansion if it's filled with emptiness? The greatest destinations in life are meaningless if traveled alone. And remember, social wealth isn't just about finding the right people. It's about being the right person. Be present. Be supportive. Be a source of strength for others. Cherish your front row people. In doing so, you'll create a life that is truly, deeply rich. Chapter 4. Curiosity fuels growth and keeps life exciting. Curiosity is the foundation of mental wealth, the ability to keep growing, learning, and expanding your understanding of the world. It's the raw energy that fuels discovery, creativity, and lifelong fulfillment. Children embody this naturally. They explore everything with wide-eyed wonder, unburdened by fear or doubt. But as life moves forward, curiosity fades. The weight of responsibilities, routines, and expectations push it into the background. Studies show that curiosity strengthens cognitive function, reduces anxiety, and increases overall life satisfaction. That's because a curious mind stays open and engaged. It sees the world as an endless source of learning rather than a fixed reality to accept. Without curiosity, life becomes stagnant. The desire to explore disappears, leaving a dull sense of repetition. The key to mental wealth isn't accumulating knowledge for the sake of it. It's about keeping the mind fit. Entrepreneurs find their best ideas by following what sparks their interest. Retirees stay mentally sharp by learning new languages or skills. Great leaders create space for deep thinking, stepping away from the daily grind to reflect on big questions. In every case, curiosity leads to unexpected opportunities. Fortune favors those who stay curious. The problem is that curiosity weakens with age. As time feels more limited, we see less value in exploring new ideas. We stop picking up new hobbies. We dismiss fresh perspectives. We fall into routines that leave no room for wonder. Over time, we stop asking why and start saying, "That's just the way it is." The world shrinks, and so does the mind. Reversing this decline takes effort. One way is mental time travel. Imagine your past and future selves to gain a fresh perspective. Picture yourself at 10 years old. That hyper-curious, mischievous version of you. Would they be impressed by your enthusiasm for learning and growth? Or would they feel disappointed by a life that became predictable and rigid? Now imagine your 80-year-old self looking back. Would they regret not exploring more, not asking more questions, not staying open to possibility? The 10-year-old inside you still exists. That version of you would remind you to play, explore, and have fun. When life pulls you toward the sameness of static adulthood, fight to maintain your sense of wonder. Keep searching. Keep learning. Keep asking questions. A curious mind is a wealthy mind, and it's never too late to rebuild what's been lost. Chapter 5. Your body is your forever home. Picture your 80th birthday. Friends and family surround you, music plays, and the room is filled with laughter. That's when your favorite song comes on. Do you stand up and dance? or are you forced to watch from the sidelines? The answer to that question won't be determined in the future. It's being written right now by your daily choices. Physical wealth is built through small, consistent actions that compound over time. Movement, nutrition, and recovery shape how the body functions decades from now. Every meal, every workout, every hour of sleep is a deposit into the health of your future self. The body is like a house. Neglect it, and it will crumble. Maintain it, and it will provide comfort and stability for years to come. Imagining the future can provide powerful motivation for change. Science calls this episodic future thinking, the ability to visualize a future scenario so vividly that it influences decisions in the present. By picturing yourself at 80, you create a mental reference point that helps guide today's actions. If the vision of your future self is energetic and active, the path to getting there becomes clear. If the vision is less inspiring, now is the time to rewrite the story. This technique guards against the common pitfall of treating our bodies as an afterthought. Poor diet, lack of movement, and chronic stress create a slow, invisible decline. Small indulgences add up: too much junk food, too little sleep, constant sedentary habits. The consequences aren't immediate, but they accumulate over time. Just like that neglected house, the damage isn't obvious until one day the structure starts to fail. But the solution isn't drastic overhauls or extreme diets. Physical wealth is built through consistency, not intensity. Daily movement doesn't have to mean grueling gym sessions. It can be as simple as walking more, stretching regularly, and choosing activities that bring joy. Eating well isn't about strict restrictions, but making better choices most of the time. Prioritizing rest and recovery isn't a luxury. It's an investment in longevity. Your 80-year-old self is waiting. That version of you will either thank you for the care you put into your body or wish you had done more. The choices you make today determine whether your future is one of strength and independence or limitation and regret. Your body is the only home that'll last you a lifetime. Treat it well, and it will carry you through every dance, every adventure, and every moment that makes life worth living. Conclusion. So, that's a wrap on this extract from The 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about having time, meaningful relationships, curiosity, and good health. Sure, financial security matters, but real fulfillment comes from how you spend your time, the people around you, the knowledge you gain, and how well you take care of yourself. Every choice you make today shapes your future. Finding balance in these 5 areas will help you create a richer, more rewarding life. If you found this insightful, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want a quick, one-page summary of this book and more, sign up for our weekly newsletter. The link's in the description. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.